Dan Quinn getting it done, knows the Saints very well from his time with the Atlanta Falcons, and that defense has the capability to play at a very high level too and make things happen. We saw Trayvon Diggs get another interception. He's got 9. Micah Parsons is incredible. First rookie since Joey Bosa with a sack in 5 straight games. Set the rookie record with his 10th sack of the season. Cowboys defense, good enough. Offense, good enough. If they can just get some consistency, Peter, they can be a force in the NFC, and they can go deep into January. And, you know, they're one of the teams, and we're waiting for one of these teams to just consistently put it together. No one seems to want to do it right now, other than maybe the Green Bay Packers. We're overlooking the Packers, how consistent they've been. But for the most part, there are flaws with these teams, but there are also, for the best teams, some very good things that if they show up on a regular basis, these teams have the capacity to make things happen in January.
Look, Mike, I've thought this in the last couple of weeks, and it's almost like you don't want to say it because it makes you sound like a fanboy. It really does. But I covered Lawrence Taylor for 4 seasons in his prime, 1985 to 1988, and I saw him do some great things. And I'm just telling you that the closest guy I've seen to Lawrence Taylor in all the years since is Micah Parsons. And his pursuit, his instinct, that play that we showed, the sack, the 13-yard sack on Taysom Hill, was the key point to quashing any hope that the Saints had in this game. Watch. I mean, Taysom Hill, he knows that he's supposed to. You got to get rid of it. Can't take the sack. Can't take the sack. Micah Parsons did not let him breathe on this play. And all I'm saying is that this guy is doing incredible special things just 12 games into his NFL career. And Mike, I don't know. I haven't really given this enough thought yet, but he's not only in the running for Defensive Rookie of the Year. He's in the running for Defensive Player of the Year, at least in my book.
And I'm looking at the top 12 picks in the 2021 draft. It's always fun to do this, to look at the teams and say, you could have had Micah Parsons instead of, and you could look at the lines and say Penei Sewell at 7, and Sewell has been disappointing so far. And it's that Parsons has been off the charts great. But one thing that stands out to me is a team that didn't pick in the top 12. A team that had the ability, if it wanted, to take Micah Parsons one spot before the Cowboys took him, and that would be, Peter, the New York Giants. They were there at 11. They opted to trade down. When they didn't get Devontae Smith, that was the guy that Dave Gettleman and company were locked on to. The Eagles bumped up to get Smith. So the Giants think, well, we can trade down and still get Kadarius Toney, and it worked out, but could have had Micah Parsons. Could have had the next Lawrence Taylor. What better place for the next Lawrence Taylor to be, Peter, than on the New York Giants? And, you know, alternate universe out there somewhere with just that one little tweak where they say, maybe we should take the kid from Penn State instead. You just wonder where the Giants would be right now if they had done that with the 11th overall pick instead of trading down.
But here's the interesting thing, Mike. I know the Giants really like Micah Parsons and thought about Micah Parsons. That was the word on the draft street in the middle of April. And look, it's hard to fault the Giants coming out of here when you're able to get, you're able to move down, I think, 9 spots, right? And pick up extra picks, including an extra 1 next year. So, and that 1 is going to be very high. So, and you're right. Obviously, knowing what you know now, you'd stay where you are and you'd take Micah Parsons. But I still think the Giants did a smart thing with that pick.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.